Can an AI bot really grow a $500 Forex account? Well, I've been testing the Happy Neuron EA for months and the results are honestly surprising. Over 20 currency pairs, neural network AI, above 85% win rate. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to review one very interesting expert advisor that has been on the market for several years now, but actually we started testing it and trading lately. I will show you my live settings on my $500 account. Also I will show you the backtests I performed, the demo account which made over 50% since the middle of this year, and how I'm evaluating the performance on the demo so I can scale up the live account. Let's jump into the details. So I'm on the Algo trading space homepage and I'll scroll a little bit where you can see the featured vendors, and I'll click on the Happy Forex, which is the vendor from this robot, and here you can find the Happy Neuron EA. So this is the robot that I'm going to be reviewing today. I'll scroll down to our results and you can see that we have two accounts running with this EA. The live account which I told you about, which is making on average 2.5% per month, and also we have one instant funding account which we just started last week, but I'll be focusing on the live account. So let me show you the track record now. So you can see that the account is running since the end of August. It's less than 2 months and actually at the moment we're standing at $28 of a profit. Some will say that this is not big profit, but on this account this is equal to average 2.6% per month, which is a good monthly return for my risk appetite and my targets. I'll first go to the orders where you can see the orders history. Currently we are trading these three symbols on this account. Let me show you the closed orders now so you can understand how the strategy works. We can see here clearly that the majority of the trades are targeting 7 pips of a profit. And what else we can see here, that this first trade, for example, it opened on the 25th of August and it closed the same day. Then we have another trade opened with a different currency pair, opened on the same day and closed a little bit later. Then on the next day we have another trade with pound Swiss. Then on the next day we have, actually this is on the same day, we have trade with the pound Canadian. So basically you can see here that it is making one trade per day. It's opening actually one trade per day, but not every day. And if I continue scrolling down, you will see something else interesting. Here, for example, on the 22nd of September with the pound Canadian, it opened one trade, but it didn't reach the plus 7 pips immediately. So after some time, the strategy opened a recovery trade with the same lot. So this is not a grid or martingale system. It trades with fixed lots, and you can see it opens recovery trades, not some random grid trades with different lots. So what happened on the 1st of October? It opened this recovery trade again at 3 a.m. in the morning when the session starts. So it opened the trade, and eventually once the combined profit of both trades was 7 pips per trade, which means totally around 14 pips, it closed them both. So let me show you the live account now so you can understand more about the strategy and the settings I'm using. So I'm trading this robot on a Black Bull Markets $500 live account, and actually Black Bull have very favorable conditions for EA trading. You can check them out. I will put the link below in the description. But what I also like here is the Prime account, and you can trade with spreads starting from 0 pips. Probably the thing I like the most is the leverage that they offer up to 500, which is perfect for my trading style. Okay, let me switch back to my trading account. I'm here on my VPS and you can see already my setup. I have 3 currency pairs that I'm trading at the moment, and actually the last one, pound Aussie, I have added yesterday, and I'll show you how I decided to add this one. Before that I had these two trading, but as I said, they are making 2.5 profit per month, which is good. They stay still relatively low with the equity drawdown, but I decided to add another pair because this is a live account. I can live with a bigger equity drawdown, but I want to try to make some higher profits. So let me show you the settings that I'm using in this account. So you can see here we have the name of the EA, the activation key, then we have the magic number, which is the same for every symbol, then we have the lots, which is the risk that we put with every trade, and we have the equity stop out. So you can turn this on and you can set some kind of a number here, and with these settings it will close all the trades while the equity reach minus 50%. And you can see here the backtest which I performed. I will show you them in a second, but let me now show you the demo account which inspired me to open this live account. So I'm back on the Algo trading space VIP accounts, and here you can see all the demo accounts that we are testing. And actually if I sort the accounts by gaining the last 30 days, you can see Happy Neuron here is on the 3rd position. This is one of the most profitable demo accounts for the last 30 days, together with few other happy EAs. And what I did actually here, when I saw this, I'm monitoring this regularly, so I saw that this demo account is performing very well. The overall gain in this account is above 50%, and you can see actually that it has some bigger floating loss, but this is nothing huge for a demo account, of course. Let me show you the track record first and explain why we have this floating loss. So this is the demo account. I started it at the end of June with Black Bull Markets again because I was planning to trade with them for a live account, and you can see a lot of currency pairs are being traded here. But let me show you something more important, and this is the floating profit profit and loss that we have here. So it went above minus 40% once at the beginning, and then it went back to minus 10% and again to minus 40% lately, but now it's recovering. This is normal. As I showed you at the beginning in the live account, we have positions that can be opened and held for several days until the recovery trade eventually will recover this position. So what do we have here? We have the symbols that we are trading, and you can see the profit per symbol. But before I explain how I made the selection for the live account, let me also show you the vendor's website and their track record. So this is the website where you can find Happy Neuron, an expert advisor developed by the same vendor who developed Happy Gold, Happy Forex, and few other EAs that we have been reviewing lately. And actually in one of my next reviews, I'm going to review the Happy Frequency, which is also a very interesting strategy. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already, so you don't miss that one. Okay, this is the Happy Neuron. You can see that for the price of 349 euro, you get unlimited number of real and demo accounts for this EA, but also a bonus for the Happy Forex 10 EAs full pack, which is a really good deal for this money. Now, how this strategy works, as I explained earlier, it uses some kind of an AI. As you can see from the vendor's website, it is based on the neural networks and determines the market sentiment. Also, it has a built-in news filter, so very interesting strategy actually. And if I scroll down a little bit, you can see it can trade 25 currency pairs for both MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5, and there are different setups for the time frame. But first, let me show you the vendor's track record. You can find it here. They have been running this track record since the beginning of this year. You can see here the stable performance, the amount of assets traded. But let me show you something, guys. Here, if I go to the stats, charts, and floating profit and loss, you can see that even on their account there is a bigger floating loss because they trade all the currency pairs. So I decided for myself that in order to mitigate the risk, I need to make something different. So this is the projection table I made. I put the numbers from my $1,000 demo account and from the vendor's $2,000 live account. And what I did here, I filled the net profit which I got from the FX Bull track records, and also the equity drawdown which I put manually. This is how I did it. So I just took this currency pair, went to the FX Bull track record, and then went to the charts, put that symbol in the filter, and switched to floating profit and loss hourly. And you can see that for the whole period of this demo account, this currency pair reached minus 3% once here at this period. So what I did then, I typed here 3 because this was the max equity drawdown. I followed the same process and I filled the numbers up until here for all the currency pairs which made above $20 profit in this demo account. Then I put the numbers from the vendor's demo account. So at the end I was left with some numbers coming from my account and also from vendor's live account for comparison, and I made a simple projection. So let me explain how this math works now and my projection for a $500 live account. So $500 is half of the $1,000 account. So because I cannot trade with a lower risk than 0.01 lot, I'm trading with the same risk, which means that for half the size of the account, the risk will be twice bigger. That's why I took my max equity drawdowns and multiplied them by 2 to see where I can expect to have bigger drawdowns. And using these formulas, I figured out that the currency pairs that I should be trading would be the one with the lowest equity drawdowns. Now the next step was to make a backtest in the MetaTrader platform and to check what would be the performance of the currency pairs that stay relatively low with the drawdowns. And here's the live account, and you can see the backtest I performed very quickly. So I backtested on a $10,000 account with 0.01 watt because this makes easy representation and allows to scale the calculations. And from here, I check the symbols that stay with the low drawdown and they match my calculations. So for example, yesterday I have added the pound Aussie here, and you can see it made just 1% drawdown in this account, although it didn't make a bigger profit, but still just 1% drawdown is perfectly fine for me. So I decided to add this one to the account. And if I show the projection here, you can see that pound Aussie on this demo account made almost $40 profit, which is similar to the pound yen, which is a top performer with the same equity drawdown. And I can see also similar performance on the vendor's live account. So I'm okay with that. I can expect similar performance from pound Aussie compared to the pound yen, which would be good. So following these calculations and projections, I managed to create this account setup where I'm trading currently 3 pairs out of the 25 available. I'm going to scale the account with the growth of the balance. Probably with every $100 or $200, I'm going to make the same projection again to see what is the status of the currency pairs and the equity worth, and I may add 1 or 2 more currency pairs here while the account grows. So as usual, I want to list several pros and cons about this strategy. First, the positive things. So this is a easy to set up strategy. You saw there's not much that you can change. You just place the robot on the chart and that's it. It starts trading. Second, from a pricing point of view, it's a very affordable expert advisor, having in mind that you get the single expert advisor, but also the pack of 10 Happy Forex EAs, where you have the Happy Forex, Happy Gold, Happy Frequency. Again, I'm mentioning this because I'm going to review it next, and a few other great robots. Also, the licensing is very flexible, unlimited number of demo and live accounts, so this allows you to make different combinations and setups. The third positive thing is that this EA is developed by a very established vendor with plenty of good EAs, and I like that one a lot. I like trading robots which are on the market for a very long time. Now, the third positive thing for me is the number of currency pairs that can be traded with this strategy. With 25 symbols, you can experiment a lot, you can make different combinations for different use cases, so this gives you a variety of trading opportunities. On the negative side, I will put as number 1 the fact that the EA can have a big floating loss for longer, as you saw from my demo account and the vendor's live account. If you place all the currency pairs, this is very expected to happen and you might be paying swap fees. That's why it's good to backtest the robot with the broker that you're going to be trading, and also to demo test it. So like I did, I demo tested it for several months with Black Bull Markets, and then I placed the EA on the Black Bull Markets live account. Another negative thing I would say is the lack of customizations and options. Personally, I like to be able to test some stuff, to touch some stuff in the robot inputs. Here is not much that we can do. The strategy is set it and forget it. And while for some traders this might be good, personally, I like to experiment and backtest a lot to find optimal settings for the different strategies. So what's my final verdict about this expert advisor? As you saw, on our demo account it made over 50% profit for the last 6 months, but it stays with a higher floating loss. On the live account on the other side, it made around 2.5% per month, which is pretty fine for me. Also, it doesn't stay with bigger equity drawdown, which is also perfect. So I consider this as a very good EA that should be tested, but with a small amount of capital and not with the maximum currency pairs. So if you want to test it for yourself, you can always use the projection I made with Black Bull Markets. Also, we have a demo account and live account, and it will be easier to start up trading this EA. If you like this video, guys, please put a thumbs up, and if you want me to review some other of the Happy EAs, please let me know in the comments below. I would be happy to do it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.